This is Crick Buzz Centre Stage, and look who I found here. These two blokes, Harsha Bogle and Damien Fleming, on a day where Australia, well, they've annihilated New Zealand. Flem is exactly the result you were after when we got here this morning.
Dominant display, wasn't it? I thought New Zealand come out firing, didn't they? Bolt bowled beautifully, Ferguson genuine pace, but probably the innings for Khawaja was the backbone, but Alex Carey was like he's batting on a different pitch. A runner ball, it just showed to me how much he's grown into that number 7 batsman who can come in and bang at the end or score high 50s like he did today.
Mitchell Starc, Harsha, he's done it again. Another World Cup fifer, the third time he's achieved that feat on the big stage. There's something about these big tournaments.
There is. I mean, I remember saying, might have been with you as well, that if he repeated the 22-wicket haul, then we'd say, wow, he's special. I actually might have said he might look McGrath in the eye and say, look, mate, I'm there. But he's gone past that too, and he's got games left. How many is he going to finish with? 30, you think?
I reckon he wants 50. He's got 3 8-wicket hauls.
Trust you,
He's just a World Cup wicket-taking machine, isn't he? And I just think he's getting through the crease better than the Australian summer against India, not falling away as bad. So he's risking a good release to bowl, genuine swing with the new ball. He also adjusts himself to bowl that reverse swing, and also he's got the cutters, bouncer Yorker. So it's bowlology gold.
In terms of the balance of the side at the moment, Flem, as well, we talked a lot about who Australia's third seamer should be. Behrendorff, very impressive once more.
Yeah, because he was tested today because it didn't swing as much against the slope like it did against England. So they changed ends. He's still got swing, but what he's been working on is the cutters. And if it gets drier, harsher, spinners play a part, but the quicks that bowl cutters will play a big part. So I think Behrendorff's booked himself in.
Australia's top order actually didn't fire today, Harsha. Usman Khawaja's spot in the side has been questioned throughout. It felt like today was the sort of day he needed to show his value when he can play a rearguard sort of effort.
Look, every team that's done well so far, let's look at Australia, India. Every team has an underbelly. And I think what Australia did really well was to cover up the underbelly. I think Maxwell and Stoinis for Australia's big strength. People who can do both. They're emerging as a little weakness there. And what Australia did really well was to overcome that, because the top 4 are batting all right. And you've now got 3 proper bowlers, 10-over bowlers. So I think Australia are overcoming that really well. This was a very, very powerful performance. The kind that's telling the other teams, this is where we are. We win World Cups.
You talk about soft underbelly. What do we do about a problem like New Zealand's top order? I mean, the truth is they've won plenty of games of cricket, but with the exception of Williamson and to an extent Taylor, there are a lot of holes.
Well, Marty Guptill, he's been a white ball superstar, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And, big runs, a 200 against West Indies 2015. I don't think New Zealand banked on him averaging 20. They were worried about Munro or Nichols opening up, but I thought they would have thought him, Williamson, Taylor, big World Cups. They've got the hard-hitting all-rounders to finish it off, but unfortunately it hasn't worked out that way.
We had some...
Look who's on either side of him. Yeah. New Zealand's big strength was Guptill on one side and Taylor on one side with Williamson the core. Now on either side he's not getting runs. You go to number 5. Number 5 is averaging 8 towards the tail end of the tournament. He's a good player, but he just cannot get runs. And so you're down to Neesham and Grandom very quickly. I think New Zealand are going downhill. They need to pull the brake somewhere.
A couple of bits of fun today. One was Trent Bolt's hat-trick in the 50th over. Bang, 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 Flem. You've taken a test hat-trick. You know what it's like. He did it today. I mean, he could have taken 2 test hat-tricks, but we'll leave that to another time.
Well, I mean, Salam Malik was on 237. You're comparing my hat-trick to a guy first ball, but wasn't it electric? And the zing bars were flying. He's like Stark, isn't he? He just gets that he changes his action that way. And the other highlight for me is the emergence of Stephen Smith.
I was going to ask you about
spinners.
Stephen Smith bowling off spin off a different run up every ball. I don't think I've seen... this is the World Cup. This is the World Cup. I know he debuted as a spinner on this ground in Test cricket some 9 years ago, but Harsha, he was running in with a different run up every ball, bowling finger spin. This is a new option they've got.
Can I say he looked a better finger spinner than wrist spinner? And I'm thinking Nathan Lyon at the other end saying, I spent all these years developing the overspin and the side spin, and here's this guy just comes on, oh, ping.
And Maxie's going, mate, what are you doing here? Yeah. But how good's that? It's just a bit of a plan. He's planning on breaking the ball away from the outside edge of right and left-handed. Sachin, I remember he got a 5-wicket haul in Cochin, bowling leggies and offies.
So in terms of the path ahead for New Zealand, they play England in their final group game. They'll probably qualify anyway. Let's be, in reality, they need a lot to go wrong for them from here as far as net run rate is concerned. The incentive for Australia, if they win big at Manchester and India drop a game, they play against South Africa in their final fixture, they might be able to stay there for the better part of 2 weeks. Logistically, having the last game, then the semi-final, and the long break before the final, that's what you had in 1999, Flem.
Yeah, they're ahead of the game, aren't they? So things have gone their way. Their planning and the execution's been fantastic. So if that goes their way, they fully deserve that. For New Zealand, Pakistan, England, there's still so much to play out in this World Cup.
Harsha,
I'm willing to make the prediction. If England beat India, then Australia go top of the table and Pakistan will go out. Because I think England will beat New Zealand. New Zealand are careering downhill. So the England-India game is so big because it determines who's top of the table, who plays New Zealand at 4, and therefore what's 2 versus 3. And a lot rides on that game.
And that's where Harsha and I have got to go. We've got to jump in the car and go to Birmingham.
Get going.
Because tomorrow we're at England and India on Crick Buzz Centre Stage. Adam Collins, Damien Fleming, Harsha Bargley. We love doing this stuff. We'll talk to you tomorrow.